Please allow me to be nostalgic because when I was Vice Chancellor of this university between 2000 and 2004, there were several occasions that I spoke on this podium. And this university has immensely contributed to my existence that I am standing before you today. हम सब लोग आदरणीय जी जी के 99 इयर्स कंप्लीट होने के सेलिब्रेशन के हैसियत से यहाँ सब उपस्थित हुए हैं और सब लोगों के सौभाग्य की बात है कि we could remain present and as president of this function जी जी मैं सब लोगों की तरफ से आपको कृतज्ञता पूर्वक You know the history of the socialist movement in India. First it was formed in 1938 in Nasik jail, Congress Socialist Party. Then it became Socialist Party, then Praja Socialist Party, then Sanyukta Socialist Party, then again Socialist Party. And that was merged in the Janata Party in 1977. Today there is no Socialist Party. But there are many socialist individuals by convictions of integrity, of character, honesty. Gigi is a good example, though Gigi has prepared 99 years. Gigi's energy, Gigi's intellectual capacity to think, Gigi's convictions, integrity, and Gigi's own involvement in socialist ideas, they are second to none. Just 15 days before, when we were discussing about the issues before the nation, Gigi said that at any cost we must defeat the communal forces in the country. Highly influenced by Yusuf Meheradi. You know, when Yusuf Meheradi is a mayor of city of Mumbai and one of the founders of the socialist movement in India in 1930, highly influenced Gigi. And Yusuf Meheradi was a combination of constructive work as well as the work of agitation. It's a lawyer civil non-harmonic attitude. Throughout life, Gigi remained as a fighter. And along with that, he had chosen Tara, a small village in the Raigad district, as his Karmabhuti. Gigi throughout his life lived the ideals of democracy, democratic socialism, equality, liberty, fraternity. He never compromised on any of the issues for any reason whatsoever. Till recently, while constructing and contributing to the socialist movement, Gigi was practicing after 6 o'clock, Gigi used to be in his dispensary in Grand Road. That's why to consider oneself as socialist and to practice socialism in practice, they are two different things. Nobody is socialist by birth. Socialist is not a caste. It is conviction and integrity that Gigi throughout his life lived. Gigi's life is symbolization of the fight against corruption, fight against communalism, fight for liberty, fight for justice, and fight for egalitarian society. I think after seeing these few words about Gigi, I must utilize this occasion for a few minutes to mention to you where we stand today as a nation. With the permission of Gigi, I may say, today we are celebrating 75th year of our independence. But unfortunately, we never expected that 75th year of the independence will be celebrated in such disgusting manner. The values of the Indian Constitution, the values of the Indian freedom movement, The values that Gandhiji, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Sir Arvind Gandhi, Dr. Ambedkar taught, and they were ensuring the Indian Constitution, they are declining very fast. And they are declining very fast because the state, the ruling party, the party in power, the ruling dispensation, doesn't believe in any of these things. Today there is all-round decay of democratic values and democratic conventions and democratic practices. Not a single section of the society today is safe. Let us take the case of farmers. During the last 14 years, more than 3.5 lakh farmers have committed suicide. 3 laws have been passed by the parliament and they have been rejected, and that's why they were withdrawn, but all of them were against the farmers' interests. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and Dalits, they are butchered and slaughtered particularly every day. Hundreds of incidents are taking place every day of atrocities and crime. Muslims constitute around 20% of the Indian population. And Bhalchandra, in his bunch of thoughts that he wrote in 1966, he has written that Muslims are internal enemies. They argued that after getting partition, all Muslims should have left this country and they would have gone back to Pakistan. Forgetting the fact that those who were responsible for partition, East Bengal and East Punjab, they went to Pakistan. There is no reason for Muslims anywhere in other parts of the country to live because they were not concerned with partition movement at all. And secondly, as Rajmohanji correctly said, this land is a land of 5 years, 1,000 years civilization. Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Parsis, Buddhists, Jains, all have contributed to what is called Indian culture. Of course, Hindu culture is the main component of Indian culture, but there is fundamental difference between Hindu culture and Indian culture. That's why Muslims, you understand, in the last 10 years or so, how they are stigmatized, how they are isolated, economically, politically, socially. Because the present government feels that without a single vote of Muslims, we can come to power. Out of thousands of MLAs of the Parikh and the Party across the country, not even 2 are Muslims. Out of 306 members of parliament, not a single Muslims. That's all of us you consider yourself as Democrats. And let us try to think about exactly what is the status of democracy. All democratic institutions are attacked. Parliament is not safe. Here I don't refer to parliament, that other like 5% went into the Lok Sabha and they made the breach of the security. But because the opposition political parties will please stop this distributing, gentlemen, there are some other when Kasab has attacked Mumbai, Shivraj Patil as defense minister has to resign. Here members of the opposition party just demanded statement from Mr. Amit Shah, Home Minister. Not giving that statement, the ruling party suspended 146 members of the parliament. They said this is no more democracy. This is a new fascist state. What Mussolini did in Italy and Hitler did in Germany, exactly in the last 10 years we are witnessing in this country. We all condemn emergency. And despite the fact I had joined the Congress party, I had condemned emergency even after in the parliament. But emergency was officially declared. Today, last 10 years, there is undeclared emergency in the country. No liberty, no law, no fraternity, no freedom, no no freedom of press. Reserve Bank of India is attacked because Mr. Governor of Reserve Bank of India, he refused to give any money to the Prime Minister or the government. The present government governor, Mr. Shaktikant Das, after becoming governor of Reserve Bank of India, he gave 1,076 lakh crores of rupees, 1,76,000 crores of rupees to the government to pay off the deficit finance. Parliament is not safe, Reserve Bank of India is not safe, Election Commission. Now we are having not democracy in practice, we are having electoral democracy. And that electoral democracy also is under shadow because of EVM machines. Not a single country in the world is using EVM machines. England, France, America, Germany. And people are wanting now that we should go by the manual routine. That's why the election of the commissioners, earlier opposition party leader, the Prime Minister, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, 3 persons were selecting the Chief Election Commissioner and 2 election commissioners. This government removed Chief Justice of India and they gave freedom and passed the legislation that Prime Minister will nominate any of the cabinet ministers as member. This means 3-member panel for selecting the Chief Election Commissioner. 2 will be from the ruling party, the Prime Minister and the Deputy. Therefore, only the Election Commission, which was brought into existence by Jawaharlal Nehru, Patel and Dr. Ambedkar, is totally monopolized and controlled by the Prime Minister. As one can believe what kind of independent election it could be. Women are not safe. Shamefully, in northern eastern states of Manipur, women were raped, they were paraded naked, and Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi did not find even 5 minutes to go to Manipur and condemn the events. Just like women, Dalits, Muslims, minorities, Christians, students, Jawaharlal Nehru University, the only university in the country to be considered as the proper university, has been destroyed because Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, the students wing of BJP, has not got the foot in the Jawaharlal Nehru University. You name anything and you will find Supreme Court is not free from attack. Supreme Court is struggling to maintain its independence, but even Supreme Court is not slowly depriving its freedom. Other day, what happened, in Kashmir. 10 persons were taken into custody for interrogation. 3 persons died. 4 years Kashmir is under military rule. Now this kind of atrocities, this kind of anomalies, this kind of crimes, there is no order in the situation. Crimes against women, Mumbai city that you are talking about, Mumbai is second after Delhi. My wife, we were 12 years in Delhi and my wife used to say that as early as possible let her go back to Mumbai. But Mumbai is second, and unfortunately, the middle class is totally silent. The middle class, during the days of Kunal Gore and Nainigar Annekar, is no more middle class today. We have become extremely self-centered. We have become what is happening in the stock exchange. Because stock exchange is going to 72,000 index and people are getting appreciated value. And historically we made the blunder. And I discussed this with I am completing. It is wrong to take the prerogative of being the president of this function. But we never fought Congress, Socialists and Communists. Never fought against the communal ideology of RSS or difference or something. Communists always consider religion as superfluous because it distorted Marxism. Socialists always confuse between Marxism and Gandhism. That's why they were neither Gandhian nor Marxist. And Congress, with their ruling political party, they never found it necessary to confront this ideology. And we are paying price for that. We have got tremendous respect for Dr. Ram Manohar Lohiya. But Lohia was the first to bring BJP and Johnson up to the states and made the party to the power. And Jayaprakash Narayan, our hero of 1977, he went further and brought BJP and Johnson directly into the center. We are paying heavy price for this. That's how those who are considering ourselves as socialists or liberal democrats, we have to think the educated people, the learned lawyer, the professor, the teacher, the author, the writers, the film industry personnel. Hindi film industry has contributed immensely to the national integration. Hundreds of PhD theses cannot do national integration. That much integration has been done by Hindi film. And I am proud of Hindi cinema's contribution to national integration. That this is the time to fight for JJ when we are celebrating 99 years. This is the time to fight for second freedom. We are no more democracy. And suppose by chance, in 2024, if we are not able to contain and defeat the government forces in the country, let me tell you, this is the last function we are organizing in this university. University will not allow you to organize the function because all the universities are directly under the control of the central government. All the vice chancellors are directly appointed with the consent of the central government, and those who are not subscribing to RX ideology, they will not be appointed the vice chancellors. There's a whole system is becoming explosive, and Gigi, your centenary celebrations are exactly coinciding with pathetic conditions of the democratic state in the country. That's why it is time to forget the petty differences and come together, because we are losing the freedom very fast. 150 years struggle under the leadership of Gandhiji gave us the freedom, and we did not sacrifice much for the freedom. The way Europe has fought for first and second World War, we have got the freedom very easily comparatively because of Gandhiji's non-violence and satyagraha. But this is time. And if we fail to control, if we fail to contain the fascist forces, the communal forces in the country, let me tell you, we shall be losing the constitution, we shall be losing the freedom, we shall be losing the liberty, equality and fraternity. I hope that we all take the oath that when we are celebrating conclusion of 99 years of our dear and respected Gigi, the family name for Maharashtrian Socialist movement. Let us commit ourselves that under no conditions we shall allow fascist forces to come back to power in 2024. Thank you very much.